Go. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? FOMC was just, I don't know what was going on with FOMC. Alright, how's that? How's that? We good? I think the sound was a bit loud. Music was a bit loud. Sound check, sound check. How is it? How is it? Testing, testing. Hello, hello. How's the volume? What's going on, yeehaw? Sound good? Lovely. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Benny said, Rosie, what's up, Rosie? Benny? Gold's acting up today. I don't know what Gold wants to do. This push up. This push up. It just popped 350 pips and then fell right back down. Kinda, I'm anticipating Gold pushing back up, to be honest. Retest this high. Let me start with the daily. Let's start with the daily. So daily is currently bullish. Respected yesterday's low. Like I said, we pushed up, but we did pull right back. So if Gold flips bearish again, maybe we re-break the low and drop some more. Looks like we're gonna have our second bearish week. I'm not even surprised because we already broke last week's low and we haven't had much of a push up to start the week. I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled back a bit. I don't think we'll get enough of a drop to flip bearish on a monthly candle, but I mean, I think I read somewhere that Gold's already up like 50% for the year or something crazy, But 4 hour, now 4 hour we kind of have a double bottom, but we do have a higher low. So let's see if Gold refills this 4 hour top wick. So my concern yesterday with Gold and Gold being bearish was the fact that this the new 4-hour candle was creating a lower high for the 4-hour time frame, which it definitely was, wasn't it, in hindsight? So it definitely was. And then obviously we had the big push down for FOMC, where, just to do a quick recap of FOMC, it was a very short stream. There was no potential moves there for me to even catch. But gold was very volatile. So the rates got dropped as expected. Gold initially fell, spiked up, and then dropped back down again, especially after Jerome Powell said he doesn't know what the committee is going to do for interest rates in December, because there's no data coming out because of the government shutdown. They don't have anything to work off of in terms of what to do policy wise. So I think they said based on the labor market they have some idea of what's going on, but the ongoing stuff with the tariffs is impacting inflation, but he doesn't expect it to be a long-term impact. Like, you'll get a bump in inflation, and then after that it will just be a steady price. So because of that, gold dropped, especially with them being confused and all of that. So let's put this back up. What's the 4-hour looking like? Yeah, nothing really going on with the 4-hour time frame. Not much going on. Let's see if gold pushes up some more. This would have been a nice entry here, you know. Higher low, support formed, break, completely missed it. How was everyone's day yesterday? Did anyone catch any moves? After gold started selling, I just couldn't find an entry here. I really couldn't find an entry. Echo. Afternoon, Echo. Afternoon. All right. Let's see, pound yen. Let's go to this chart, blank chart. Alright, so GJ very bullish. I'm not sure why GJ is pushing the way he's pushing, but GJ had a very strong push up today. I'll check market. Looking at the 4-hour, see it's wicked down. It's wicked down last night and then just pushed. Oh, do you know what? Bank of Japan interest rates. I'm sure. Wait, is that? Wait, this ain't right. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So 3 p.m, 3:15, Bank of Japan interest rate. So they kept the rates the same, which is low. Obviously, it's a lot lower than pound. So I guess it weakened. That weakened GJ, weakened the yen, and therefore GJ is pushing up. Makes sense. I totally forgot. How did I forget that? Normally it's a straight buy day after yen interest rates. So obviously we closed above. 4 hours just bullish. I mean, hopefully GJ just continues up. It just creates some structure and then keeps pushing. That's what I anticipate would happen with pound yen today. So let's put a support here. Low time frame support. Oh, it's kind of holding over here, isn't it? At this resistance. Okay, got some levels above. 9 minutes till this candle closes. Let's see what happens with GJ today, but gold is the one I'm really looking at. Why is gold coming back down? Go on, gold, push. Push. Let's put that there. Put this here. I swear, having two screens sometimes is a blessing and a curse. So many things open. All right, so I've been back testing the new strategy, yeehaw, and I saw a potential move earlier which played out pretty nice. Actually, it played out pretty nice, if I do say so myself, but I definitely am gonna have to do a lot more back testing on it. Definitely gonna have to do a lot more back testing on it. So obviously gold broke, this was the high that needed to break. Gold was bullish, pushing up, broke here. The supply or the demand, I can't remember which one it is, it was down here. What am I doing? So like that, because that's where it pushed up from, last bearish candle, and then actually waited, saw price come back in here and then took an entry. And just did a 2-to-1 like that. Shit. And I was like, that's a pretty clean move. It was pretty simple. Only reason why I say I definitely need to back test it a lot more before I implement it was because gold being bullish is very subjective at the moment, because obviously it pushed up, but the trade was taken. This was a really big pullback, so you could say that gold was actually bearish at the time of the trade. You know what I mean? So definitely gonna have to do a lot of back testing and see how well the trades play out after big retracements. But yeah, it worked out nice. Little 5-minute time frame. Very nice. But it was it's a very simple strategy, to be fair. Very simple. Only thing I think would need mastering more is the entries. And because it would be, am I going to set limit orders, buy stops, sell stops, or watch it? Most likely I'll be watching the charts anyway. But do I want to get in as soon as price test the level or after? Ash, what's up? What's going on? Needed that mint tea. Look at gold. Gold misbehaving right now. Gold don't know what she's doing. My problem is, as a scalper, one can take advantage of the my problem as a scalper, one can take advantage of the retrace, but most don't. Yes, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So you can buy on the way up. You can take buys on the way up. You could take sells on the way down, because you're in and out, in and out, in and out. So yeah, I definitely get it. And that's kind of my thing. I might have a main bias, but if I do see if I see a trade that's going in the opposite way, I don't mind taking the trade back down to the level that I want to buy to, if that makes sense. And I think that's where a lot of people might have issues. They're too stuck on their initial bias and then can't trade both ways. But then I get it. If it's depends on your strategy, isn't it? If you're looking for the long-term moves, then you kind of have to wait. She's a wiki H4. H4 is awful. H4 is terrible. Like, what is this? It is actually crap. It is actually. It's so confusing. So what I was saying just before you join, Ash, is the way the 4 hour is looking right now. It looks like yesterday I was saying this might be a lower high. Even though we broke here, I was saying this could be a lower high. I feel like today is doing the same thing. Today could be the same thing. If we don't get a strong push up or break this high here, then we could just be making a lower high to continue down. Because this weekly, I really believe the weekly candle is going to close bearish. I just don't think the monthly is going to flip. But look, we don't even have, remember, we don't even have a weekly bottom wick for this candle here in December. So gold does this though, doesn't it? It has these pullbacks. It said four 4 hour candles couldn't take over that one bear candle. It's true. It's been a very slow push up. Very, very slow push up. Yeah, I think gold wants to come down today. Where is my platform? All right, Goldie. All right, so that 30-minute candle flipped bearish right towards the end. It looks like it's driving down now. Benny said gold is acting up today. It really, really is. It's just up, down, and there's big swings too. Cool, let's put the analysis back on. Looks like a nice 30-minute double bottom on the 30-minute time frame. A nice double bottom. Gold is super confused. What are we doing, gold? What are we doing? Top wick. I don't even know where I would want to get into some sells because there's so many supports to the left. Okay, maybe a break of this 1 hour support. Let me have a clean 1 hour range. So below 39.61. So if I say this support here is like a 1 hour level, if gold can close below, then I think that'll be good too, because the 4 hour will be bearish, and then 4 hour will be bearish, and then we'll be breaking probably this 4 hour low as well for the sells. Yeah, that's good. That's good, that's good. Come on, Goldie. Charge my phone. Oh, anyone catch any trades today? Any trades? I only had that little tester one earlier. These buys up were super nice though. Gold just looked like gold just popped. 9 AM. The top wick for the new 4 hour candle. Thank God clocks are going back this week. Oh my gosh. Thank God. I'm still thinking of moving the stream time though to start at 8 Eastern. That would be 1 o'clock London instead of 12:30. Maybe like stream a bit more into the new 4 hour candle. Thinking about it. Like all the volume dropped out of gold now. So pound yen close respecting this resistance. Looks like we might be getting a potential pullback on GJ. See how GJ closes on the 4 hour. Maybe a closure below. Boom. My little alerts. Really, gold? Maybe it was just making a bottom wick for this candle. Do you guys set alerts like that? You put notes in your alerts? For me, it does all my thinking for me. Sometimes I'm like, what's that alert for? Then I see it pop up with all the information. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. That's the setup I was looking for. Trade a bit later. I don't really use alerts. You don't use alerts? Guys, gotta use alerts, man. Alerts are so handy. You don't have to sit and stare at the charts. I think this stream is probably the longest I spend just staring at the charts and doing nothing else. I have the chart on, like the chart up somewhere, but I could be, you know, working on something else, and then I'm just like peeking back at it. But yeah, them alerts, do you know what I mean? Great. Kind of looks like a continuation pattern, doesn't it, with gold? Only reason I don't like it is because the first bullish candle is kind of, it's not very strong. It's not very strong. But it's this weak bearish candle that looks like it. I'm so glad I got out of those buys before NY session yesterday. My buys, oh my god. So glad I got out of those buys. What was you saying there? That FOMC was definitely definitely not what I expected until Powell started talking. When he started talking, I thought, yeah, all this uncertainty with what's going on with the markets because of the government shutdown. I was like, yeah, this is not giving confidence in gold. Oh, GJ's pushing. Alert's about to go off. He said, I think Winfinity hit break even. I don't know what he did, you know. I know he was looking for 4,108 as a TP, but obviously gold came right back down, didn't it? Oh, alert. Thank you, alert. Thank you. Otherwise it'll just keep pinging. All my devices are going off for this alert. We'll still have to wait for this 30-minute candle to close anyway on pound yen. But at least we know that support's been broken. Might get a retracement of this news. Because before yen interest rates, GJ's been pretty bearish. It's been pretty bearish. I actually thought we was gonna get like a wick fill, not a wick fill, a gap fill this week. Look, we started to push down. But that gap does need to get filled. What are you thinking, Rosie? GJ sells? You thinking about some GJ sells? So gold is not selling for now. New 15-minute candle's about to open. What do you guys think about gold today? You thinking buys or sells? Bullish or bearish? I said possibly, okay. Consolidation. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Gold ranges are quite annoying. And then because we've all been anticipating interest rates, that's happened now. There's literally nothing else to look forward to for gold apart from December interest rates. That's it. So from now until December, the only thing that's going to be moving gold is going to be trade stuff, and potentially if the government shutdown opens and then all the economic data comes out, then we'll have something that can move gold. But for right now, I think gold is just going to be ranging. I do see it just consolidating for a while. Because the interest rates are the biggest news we're looking forward to. Like, that was definitely happening. We have no CPI, we have no NFP, we have no unemployment claims, like weekly unemployment claims. All we have is what? Do we have PMIs? We have PMIs. That's it. Just the orange folder news. My little back testing over here. Let's see how this 4-hour candle closes. Looking like it was gonna push up a bit. Alright, come on, gold. Gold can just drop down about 100 pips in the next 12 minutes. That would be amazing. Can get into some sells after the new 4-hour makes the top wick. That would be the plan. Oh, I'm getting hot. We should take a look at market though and see what's going on. Looks like we might be getting a GJ trade if gold doesn't break the support. Any news on the government shutdown? Not that I've seen. Wow, let's take a look at gold. All right, so gold on market, they're bullish. We have a bullish target of 4,050. Pullback level to 3,900. Higher time frame bias is still bearish. Intraday is slightly bullish, very slightly bullish. What can push price? Central bank gold purchases, renewed ETF inflows, tightened supply, supporting price near 39.50. Disappointing GDP or inflation, which we don't have anything from. We don't have no GDP stuff. China, US-China trade talks, the usual. What could push USD gold down? Powell's cautious remarks on December rate cuts. Yep, very cautious. Stronger than expected GDP. Risk sentiment from potential US-China trade. I think that's very high. That's very likely. I think it's super highly likely. US-China coming to a trade deal. I think that's probably gonna happen sooner than the shutdown ends. Trump shaves China tariffs in deals with Xi on fentanyl rare earths. To look bearish for gold. Anything that comes out about China and Trump is going to be bearish for gold. And he's still out there doing his tour, isn't he? I believe. Let's see. Oh, he comes back today. thinking buys. Price didn't break daily low when it was $8 away. True. Price tested prior H1 low, lower high. If it breaks 40-30, H1 transition structure. Maybe a month, maybe a push up to give monthly more candle body. This monthly candle body is super weak right now. Super long top wick. So I'm kind of thinking not the opposite, but I think this monthly candle might just close very weak. And then I think next month we don't have much volume. Because we're coming to the end of the year, this is kind of the time where trading slows down a bit. So I don't know if coming into December we're going to get these massive moves. Because if you think about what's going on in the markets right now, this trade deal stuff is going to be, it's going to end. It's going to be quiet. Look, GJ's falling, isn't it? Yeah, there's only so many times he can threaten tariffs. Like, he's coming up to nearly a year. It'll be a year in January. But once this deal is done with China, I don't think Trump can keep on mentioning tariffs and stuff. So I reckon that's resolved by this year. And then all we have to wait for is the government shutdown stuff. So we're going to get some volatility. I don't know if we get a massive push going into the end of the year though. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if gold is starting its pullback from now. Pullback from the highs. This is like the start of not a bearish gold, but just, you know, we stop making new highs. But that's speculation. It's not 100%. You know what I mean? And we still have one interest rates meeting in December. But how long has the government been shut down now? Oh look, meeting with Xi was amazing, outstanding. Japan's economy recovering moderately. Let me see. US government shutdown. I'll put that here while I'm looking at this. I do like that idea though, because we did come very close to yesterday's lows. But then I'm also thinking, when we pushed up, when gold did have, that's what I said earlier actually, when gold had this massive push up, it didn't continue up. So was that gold not breaking? Was that gold not breaking yesterday's highs and just making a top wick to then pull back like yesterday did and then flip and drop? Sorry, a little message. But if gold does want to continue up, the structure is nice for buyers. My only concern is this massive drop that it's had when it's pulled back. Oh, all right, we're getting a little push. I didn't think gold was gonna drop, you know. What do we need? We need about 100 pips in 12 minutes. There we go. You know what gold does? Last 5 minutes of the candle. Every time. So what do you reckon, guys? Are we in gold sells or GJ sells? Gold sells or GJ sells? If you get any GJ sells, I think it's going to be a long hold. But also, this 4 hour could just be making a lower high to continue down. So, haven't taken a GJ trade in a minute. I'm on the 5 minute. But yeah, so I want to see how big this 5 minute candle was. Huge. 120 pips. It did the whole move in the last 5 minutes. Alright, so it closed right on the support, so never mind. Looks like a GJ it is. Fine by me. So I'm gonna have a sell stop here on GJ. Let's set this thing up and drag. Perfect. I'm not gonna have a 43 pip stop loss, but depending on how much this candle pushes up, if GJ pushes and closes back above the support, then I won't get into the sell, but I'm gonna have my stop loss probably just above this broken support if it drives down now, so maybe like 30 pips. 30 pips. Something I notice sometimes when we close with no wick, gold will make the wick and then drive in the opposite direction. I'm gonna go to gold in a second. I think I'm gonna get entered in on GJ in a sec. I'm gonna keep an eye on GJ. Oh look, no bottom wick. Winfinity, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I think GJ, not GJ. I do think gold is just making a top wick to then drive down. Be a big top wick. Yes, that happens a lot, but works better on the 30-minute and higher. Okay, okay. Close right on the support as well. But I do think if we break this support, remember it's also a 1 hour support too. I think we do get a drive down. Infinity, did you look into this marketedge.ai? I mean, they're bullish as well, but that's subject to change. Might consider the sells, you know, if this candle comes down and, you know, flips bearish. I think we get a decent push down for the 4 hour bottom wick. Alright, so we need gold to get to 39.61. Damn, came very close to the entry and then pushed right back up. I don't think we've taken a trade on stream all week. knowing gold is going to move right towards the end of this candle. It's going to wait the whole 30 minutes, and then in the 25th minute it will start to drop. Hey, Winfinity, how did your trade go yesterday? Did it go break even? Or are you still holding? This is probably about where your entry was, isn't it? I know you have big stop losses. Gold is confused right now, especially after yesterday's rates. I just really hope we don't get a month of consolidation. She got a Lamborghini with a Mercedes body kit. Nice. Alright, gold's looking promising. Had a push up, haven't broken this previous 30-minute high. So I'm thinking if this candle comes down, breaks its own low, get into a little sell right here. Get into a little sell. Come down, so we break below this 1 hour support. Get some cheeky sells. It's 4 hours creating a lower high. I don't really like being in two trades at the same time, but you know, might be the case. Oh, been entered in here. So my stop loss is just going to be about 30 pips, just above this support. My entry's a little higher than that. And my stop loss is the support below. But I don't think GJ comes all the way down anyway, to be honest. But I do have it at this support here. That's how I said it. Let's see if we can get some GJ pips. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. This price action here is just no fun. No fun. Can't get a good read on gold today. No, same. It's just because on one hand, there's so much things that are conflicting. So the daily's bullish. It's respected its previous low and had a push up, but the push up, it hasn't really continued and it's respected yesterday's high. Then the 4 hour. The 4 hours created a higher low, but the previous 4 hours created a lower high. And then the 30-minute had a nice breakout, had a nice push up, didn't quite get to the highs, and then retraced the whole push up, like the initial breakout. And now the 30-minute candles are trending bearish, because they're respecting the previous highs and breaking the lows. It's just, gold is all over the place, for real. For real. But I do know that if gold does break this 1 hour low and 4 hour low, I can see it coming down. And I don't mind scalping those few pips. That's why GJ looks a bit better right now. At least come down and make a bottom wick for this candle here. 8 o'clock. So we had this massive push up due to interest rates in Japan, which started here, 3:15. But beforehand, GJ was very bearish. So we had the news push, and GJ likes to retrace. So I can see GJ retracing this push up. Now if gold breaks this 30-minute high, then I wouldn't take an entry on this flip. I would not. These 15-minute candles are taking the piss. They're actually taking the piss. Gold seems to be back in a 1 hour range zone from yesterday. Oh yeah, over here. It's like all of this. Red zone. Yeah, it's crap. Very crappy. Better to call it a 4 hour zone. Pretty much. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know when you're consolidating, when all you just see is the same numbers for hours hours and hours and hours. How's our GJ trade doing? Be holding this GJ trade until dinner time. Oh, spoke too soon. There we go, 4 pips, 5 pips. Remember that massive gold range from June and July, I think. I remember there was a massive range, I want to say August, September. Why am I here? I don't think it was this year though. I think it was last year I'm thinking of. Oof. This is definitely a long range right here. I know there was one before that was so long and I was just like, what is happening? Was it this one? I think this is the one I'm thinking of around here. That's the one I remember. Oh, look at this. Oh man. Horrible. But like I said earlier, I am anticipating we get I am anticipating gold ranges for a while. Just based on everything that's going on fundamentally, I can see gold ranging. I can. Because what's really gonna push gold right now? What's really gonna push gold? Once all this tariff stuff dies down, once the government opens, then we'll know. But while the government is shut and now we've had the interest rates, I think gold is going to be chilling. I think we do get a lot of sideways movement. We complain when it ranges, we complain when it's volatile. We complain in Asian session that we don't trade. Complain when the sessions we do trade. Of course. I just need the structures to be perfect. That's all I need. Just perfect price action. Perfect price action. I mean, yeah, most of trading is just waiting, isn't it? It's just waiting. I mean, if you're scalping as well, you're waiting even... No, I won't say you're waiting longer. But yeah, if you're scalping, you are waiting to see exactly what you need to see at the right moment to get in and get out very quick. Whereas if you're holding for a long period of time, you're just waiting for your profits, but you're in a trade. GJ is going to be a long hold. GJ is going to be a super long hold. Come on, pound yen. At least give us this bottom wick right here. I've got a nice range to trade through. What do you reckon? NYSE open? Gold drops and flips. Recently, gold hasn't really been making super long 4-hour bottom wicks or top wicks necessarily. Look, very small bottom wick here and push up, very small top wick here, push down. So if it doesn't come down and reflip, I wouldn't even be surprised at the same time, because it is a 1 hour and 30-minute support too. Boom. Alright, looks like this 30 minutes gonna close kind of bullish. Bring. Any entries using your new strategy that you're testing? Ooh, the M5 time frame. That's a good question. Good question. I mean, looking at this structure right now, no. Because it's trend based, and this trend right now is pretty trash. So price would have to break this low first. So price would have to still break below the support, then retrace. But I don't have a zone to mark out yet because it hasn't broken the low. So say, alright, so say this was the low. That was the low. And this was the low broken, then it would be, I'd look for a retest here, because this is the candle, the last bullish candle before this low was broken. So the entry would actually be like an aggressive entry would be as soon as price taps here, and then you only look for a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1. So that would actually be the trade. You wait for the retest up into that zone, and then yeah. Oh, GJ's not looking very good. Maybe coming up for a retest. It didn't have much of a top wick, to be fair. So we'd be in a trade right now. Based on this strategy, yes, we would be in a trade right now. But you can go for, so you can actually go for 1-to-1, which makes it very quick. 40 pip stop loss. So you put your stop loss above the previous high, like the high of the demand or supply. I can't remember which one it is. But what I am testing for is to use this strategy on a higher time frame as well, because I have a few people that are trying to learn how to trade, and I don't specifically have a higher time frame strategy that I use. But if I can teach them this, because it's very mechanical, it's very mechanical. But I need to back test it, so I need at least, when I back test, I need at least like 50 trades, and then work out all the nuances and little things, and yeah. So that's the plan right now. But it's not, I'm not at that stage where I'm gonna be taking it on stream or even taking it live like that. I'm not really at that place. And I don't want to use it on a higher time frame. I want to use it on the 5 minute. And it's mainly for a smaller stop loss. GJ, what's going on, GJ? Maybe it was just making that 4-hour bottom wick, but we broke that 4-hour low. Wait, so let me get off this 5 minute. You gotta show me that strategy. I got you. Once I know what I'm doing, when I know what I'm doing, I'll definitely show you. But I can't really teach what I don't put into practice. That wouldn't make sense. That was just a brief, you know. The other 5 minute strategy that I looked at yesterday, that's something that I used to take, like I used to use that strategy. Let's see. No, I don't like it there. Don't want it too steep either. Yeah, this isn't very nice. It would actually be like that. So this candle now would push up. If it closed above, wait for the retest. Wait for the retest, or it would make a bottom wick, but it just had to break out of this level here. I mean, it kind of did down here, but then it came back in, so it would invalidate it. But if you get a strong 5 minute closure out of this range, then it could either take a break of the high, and then take it up to the top, or get an entry if the next 5-minute candle retests and then flips bullish. Could take an entry off the retest. But I don't, that structure there, I'm not really feeling this consolidation. Ooh. Oh shoot, new 30-minute candle opens. You know what, I'm gonna start managing this trade, because 30 minutes it closed bullish and then we broke the high. I should have been paying attention, but I would have liked to close 50% as we broke this high. In fact, I might do it now. Oh shoot, what's my magic keys? Oh, it might be too late. It's only 30 pips. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it. I missed it, and plus it pushed back up. It's got to get to 88, not 88.6. DJ let me down. Sitting on hands for today. Have a good session, everyone. All right, Infinity. See you later. Yeah, it might have to be that today, you know. This is some really weak price action. Oh no, Win, I was just reading what Winfinity said. Yeah, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here. I'm still here. We still got another half an hour, 45 minutes left. I want to see this trade's got to play out. Either way, this trade's got to play out. I've got to let this trade run, right? I've got to let it run. It's either hit stops or we go into some profits. But I do like so where did I have that level? It was right here, wasn't it? So I'm trying to look for that supply and demand strategy as well. Like if I'm trading normally too. So this move definitely would have played out. I like that. I like that. Oh, maybe a continuation pattern here for GJ. Have faith. I have faith. I have faith. That's why I let it run, you know. With a stop loss or profits. These stop losses on gold are killing me. 200 pip range right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad I didn't leave that stop loss right above the support. Just gave it a bit of room. Just give it a bit of room. But I guess the 4 hour needed to make a longer top wick in this case. I'm not feeling gold. Come on, GJ, drive down now, drive. There we go. Since gold wants to chill, but gold, what am I looking for? Still want gold to break 39.61, so still a bit of a way to go. But I'll keep an eye on price up here. There we go, re-break the low, and we should get a push here. God. Said GJ doesn't want to drop for us. Gold doesn't want to drop for us. Look at gold. Gold is back 39.70. Oh, yeah. This is. Market's really chilling today. It's like the aftermath of news, I guess. First bit of really high impact news that we've had in a while. Wow. Did it even break this low? It didn't. Didn't break this previous low. If it re-breaks this high, I'm going to close 50%. I'm going to chop it. I don't like that it came down and didn't break that low. See what the 15-minute candle's looking like. See gold price jumping. No, I've got to manage this trade here. All right, 50% closed. 50% closed. I really don't like that we didn't break this low. That was the opportunity right there. So look, we've broken the high but not the low. I'm not feeling that. 18 pips. I don't like that. Where are we? 10 pips from stops. GJ's messing about. Gold's messing about. Now remember the strategy I was using for gold, using a 4-hour time frame, right? And so the new 4-hour candle would open. I'd look for a retest of the 4-hour support or resistance and then take my trades. So this, and then look for like price to respect it or something like that. So I've got a little 4-hour resistance here. I have this little 4-hour resistance, and then if this current 4-hour respects this high, then I'm looking to take the sells. The flip would be perfect, but now this candle's 200 pips. And then the structure in here is just, it's not nice now. You've got the 30-minute breaking highs, respecting this support. What's the hour candle doing? I mean, at least the hourly candle hasn't broken a previous 1 hour high. Oh, DJ's pushing up. Go on, get me out of this trade. At this point, these candles are trending bullish. Well, this candle here, it's not a good look. But only 50% running. Check my broker. Yep. Alright, GJ was an L. See when you give GJ a chance, see what it does to you? Crazy. Crazy. Should have left GJ at home. Gold pushing up too. Where's gold at? 39.81. Gold is about to break Asian range. What's Asian range at? Ah, yes. It is, isn't it? Go on, Goldie. How far up you going? This support is really holding on GJ. I mean on gold. $39.84. Didn't mix my bad. All right, gold looking to remain bullish. I mean, the structure is still bullish right now. Oh, we're pumping, we're pumping, we're pumping. So like, this is gold structure to me right now. We've come down, we've got like a double bottom here. All right, go to the moon, to the moon. Ooh, everything's pumping right now. Look at GJ. Damn. I'm glad I didn't use previous candle highs. What a push. What a push in the last 10 minutes, as gold does. 210 pips. What a push. What a push. I wouldn't have had an entry here. Maybe if this candle had I was just about to watch it. What's goody, what's goody? What's good, what's good? Big Mix in the house. Big Mix in the house. I feel like gold is gonna test yesterday's high. Okay. So you're saying up here? Discord Mick, that's right. That's Ashley. That's Ashley Mix. Gold Pippin in it, killing it. I know she's in these buyers as well. I know she's in these buyers. Yeah, that was a nice push up. That's a nice push up. I would have to wait for gold to break out of this range. I just don't trust gold right now. I'm not feeling this price action. I thought about it, but when M30 didn't engulf, I didn't. But after candle closes, if it comes down to test Asian range, then I might jump in. Got you, got you, got you. That makes sense. That would be a nice entry as well if you get that pullback. Ashley's been killing it, Mix. She's been jumping in the chat all in some 500, 600 pip trades. Killing it, killing it, killing it. Definitely been in some bangers recently. You had what, 1,000 pip trade the other day, innit? I don't know if I could hold that long, I'll be honest. I don't know. Fuck, I couldn't do that. But you're used to doing that with GJ anyway. You do them holds. Pound yen. Oof. Trying to be like you. Hey, I'm trying to be like Ash. What do you mean? Now I'm working on some gold shows me love, slaps me upside the head, then shows me love again. It really is a love-hate. It really is a love-hate. Now I'm working on a 5-minute strategy though, because these gold candles have been just huge. Even 5-minute candles have been huge, to be fair. But I definitely need a nice 5-minute strategy. No hour top wick, I know, right? Can I buy? You gotta wait for a bottom wick first. Wait for the bottom wick first, then you can buy. So let this candle come down. Let it come down. And then if it flips back up, then you can buy. I feel like I need to say yes just one time. Just one time. These top wicks are killing me though. These wicks are killing me with gold. I just don't want gold to make a lower high here and then start selling back down. What's the 4-hour looking like? It doesn't really look like a continuation pattern because we had such a weak bullish candle before that on the 4-hour. One hour though. 1 hour looks good, respecting this support right here. Massive engulfing on the 1 hour. Barely got a bottom wick as well, trust me. And it's the 4-hour candle too. That's what I was waiting for, the 4-hour to come down, re-break this low. You know, I was looking to take some sells maybe, because right now gold is on this I don't know what gold wants to do with itself. Just got this horrible range. Could do it on this candle open. Yeah. Oh man, I kind of had a feeling gold would range after FOMC yesterday. Just gotta wait for Trump to say something now to move the markets. Alright, so we've got the bottom wick. Not really much of a pullback though. I can see gold just blasting off from here. The reason I wouldn't take buys right here, me personally, is because it would be buying into this resistance. So as a rule, I don't buy into resistance. I wait for the resistance to be broken, meaning a candle closes above, and then I get into buys. So I wouldn't take a buy right here because resistance is only 80 pips away. I said only 80 pips, like that's small. It's a decent range. It's a decent range. So yeah, I wouldn't take buys up into this just yet. I mean, no, I wouldn't. Even if I used entry candle lows as a stop loss, 36 pips, it is about a 2 to 1. Look, 90 pips to the highs, 35 pips stops. Buys wouldn't have been bad, but I'm not trying to force anything. I'm not a fan of this price action today. What's GJ doing? Bullshitting. Boom. So gold did come back and retest the highs. So at the beginning of the stream, I was considering taking buys here. Support formed, higher low, take the buys up to retest, test the highs. But right before this candle closed, it dropped back down, flipped bearish, and then closed with no bottom wick. I guess it needed to come and retest this support down here before pushing up. It's a massive range here though. That's just been filled. 430 pips. Huge range. Wow, really about to fill this 4-hour wick. But we need more of a top wick on this candle here. Gold is gone. Gone. Left the building. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what gold's trying to do for the rest of the day. I'm gonna have to wait. But yeah, guys, it's been fun. It's been fun. What a slow week. Well, it's been a slow week on stream. There have been some bangers during the week. In fact, yeah, yesterday's push-up was quite a nice trade. I think it's the best trade I've taken all week yesterday. Gold's really made me wait for it. Gold really made me wait for it. Yeah, hasn't been the best week. Hasn't been the best week. But yeah, man, back again next week, guys. Be safe out here on these charts, because gold is snatching pips. Gold is snatching pips, filling wicks. Alright, what do we have next week? Do we have anything? Do you see that picture of Trump? Oh man, look at Trump's face. Alright, let me check out the calendar real quick. So next week we have November. We got manufacturing PMI. Times go back to normal, which is great, because this 4-hour candle being off, I'm not a fan of it. We have jolts next week, potentially. So most likely not, unless the government shutdown ends this weekend. So we are going to get ADP, services PMI. We've got pound interest rates. We caught a nice move on that last month for pound interest rates. And then we're supposed to have NFP, which we don't have. Could you imagine if we get like a double NFP? Oof. And then we have November CPI, which probably won't come out as well. I was actually quite lucky to get the CPI the other day. Alright, so yeah, next week, a bit of news, but it's a bit later on in the day anyway, so not too bad. And times will be back to normal, because the clocks change. So yeah, guys, I will see you next week. Have a good one, be safe, and I'll catch you on Monday the 3rd of November. Peace out. Later, yeehaw. Ash, Benny, Rosie, Vix, peace. Echo. Who else is in here? Yeah, that's it. Peace. And everyone else watching, peace.